Yo, what's up, aliens? AHEE here. I'm going to show y'all how to make something like this.
Now go.
Hello. That's amazing.
Yeah. Alright, so this is my song, Martian Murder. I always have these like weird names called like Doofer 36. I have no idea where that came from. Just, I guess, part of the sound that it was making at the time. That doop, 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 doop. And then it changed to gas up because I had some other vocals in there. And then eventually over time, I was just like, I was trying to refine the theme for the song. I ended up going with Martian Murder and choosing a lot of the vocal samples around that kind of motif, which is one of my favorite things about making these songs, is like trying to tell a story through the vocals and the effects. So in here, some of the vocals.
Oh my god, Martin, dude, check, look, over there, do you see that up there in the sky? What the fuck is that?
So I'm trying to like set up this scenario of like, oh look, there's a UFO, and then like it comes down and it's represented by this like sort of spacey, creepy melody. And then repeating that and changing from that theme to like, oh, it's approaching you, you know, and I'm like using like different kinds of effects and this building up that suspense, and then on the drop it's like abducted you and you're in it, and you know, it's like your ego's getting murdered in a way. It's sort of multi-dimensional meaning to it, and also it sort of goes along with the killer's thriller theme. So yeah, I like to like think of the themes and how to tell a story around that. That's like where some of these other samples in here come from. Like,
Have you ever danced with a murderer?
I mean, it's like not saying it, but it's saying it without saying it.
That's amazing.
Now go.
Yeah, and then, oh yeah, I like to add in like all the little hype vocals
Now go.
in there right before the drops. It's just, I don't know, it's so effective for some reason.
Now go.
Especially in like a live scenario. But yeah, those basses, but first real quick, I want to show you all these kicks in a interesting way. So for this, it's basically a dubstep beat where it's like, you know, but then here, check this out. Yeah, where it's like, yeah, I got that weird swing right there, but this weirdness right here, like, it just added some variation to that. And then also in here, it's like, instead of beats or complex pro, I put it in texture mode and then stretched it out using the, you know, these little ×2 here, and then adjusted the grain size, and, you know, instead of that, you know, add some variation to each hit, so that way it's never quite the same. So in total, sort of sounds like just average dubstep beat, but slightly swungy almost. It almost adds to the chaos, you know. All right, so here we'll check out the bass sound. This one, I made it in Vital, and then just added in like 3 OTTs afterward. So if I took it off, boost it up quite a bit, and then this thing's going all wild. What's this doing? Oh, interesting. So this is controlling the volume after all these effects. Yeah, it's basically sine waves and then a saw wave that's being FM'd to that with some noise. So if we take these off, ooh, that's pretty cool actually. I should just save that one too. This is how my preset backs are made. It's the happy accident. So yeah, anyways, we've got this sine wave going through a filter right there. It's all just going to this UFO or LFO. Oops. So this is just continuously running, and so that pattern comes from that volume automation, the wop 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 wop. And then also in here, it's really this chorus and distortion and compression that really do a lot. So we'll add back in one thing at a time. And you can hear without the reverb and the EQ. Now the compressor does a lot. It almost creates that pattern. But then the chorus really, like, it does something interesting in the phasing. And then the distortion just gives it that power. So yeah, that's sort of an interesting way. It's just like have your synth like go on those eighth notes, or those like 1, 2, 3, 4 quarter notes, or eighth notes, but then do all of your actual voicing with utility like that. I don't know, I just find that a really useful way. And then yeah, that's how that sound was made. Oh, a big thing is the fact that this is at 31. I think that it adds a lot of it changes the character quality a lot, as well as the note, but also the energy level as well. And so then took that sound, I rendered it out, and then I came up here and reprocessed it and re-chopped it up. So I've added in little bits of reverb in between each hit, where it's like that. Just to give it wait a second, which one is it? This one right here. Yeah, so I've given these little bits of reverb. If I was to take it off, it just fills in that empty gap and makes it seem really large. Even though it's like the other parts are pretty dry and like in your face, it's just like when it disappears, it just feels like there's this big space that it exists within. I think that's like a pretty big thing in all of like EDM music, is making the sound really big. But yeah, that's part of my Magic Ableton racks, the Magic snow cone machine. Also on here, I got a little bit of Spectre, which is doing a little bit of a little bit of saturation in the high end, and then the disperser, which I think is adding a nice quality. So without the disperser, it's like almost temporally unidimensional. Oh my god, or spectrally unidimensional, one of those two. But the disperser, it gives it some interesting movement either in the temporal aspect of the spectrum, I think is what I'm trying to say. It's like affecting the phase of the different like parts of the frequency range in different ways. I think that's ultimately what disperser does. I should make a whole video on that. Anyways, also got the fades in there, so that way you can fade it in. This one. Another one from the Magic Rack series. But yeah, and then I would take those elements and again do that thing where you just half thing with the ×2, divide by 2, divided by 2, and then just copied it over to get that faster wub. I think it gave it an interesting machine gun like vibe, but then also like leaving space and almost playing with chaotic calls and responses. How did I make these? Okay, these are just that exact same sample, but yeah, so we'll take like a sample like that like this one right here. And like what? Texture mode and up 29. So we'll go texture. And then we'll go up 29. Let's see what it does. Ooh, interesting. Is that all? Oh, interesting. So it's the flux. There we go. Oh, with the flux up. Well, that's sort of dope too. What was it at? 25? That's pretty sweet, actually. Woo! See the little happy little accidents. So it's about like the dun 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 dun. You know, you're finding like how does your body move to the movement of the synth. You know. Oh, that is really sweet. I gotta save this. Anyways, so we layer those together to give sort of this like chaotic space to react around the drums. So put the drums and them together. Ooh. Yes. And then in between those things, giving the space to tell the story, you know, with these little moments.
Oh, that was fun.
You know, so it's like we went on this like crazy UFO ride, destroyed your ego, and then you're like, well, that was fun at the end of it, you know, where it's wild, but it also was actually fun. And why not insinuate that in your music? It's like, yeah, now you want to go back and do that.
One more shot for goodness.
Got to do it one more time.
Make sure you are really there.
What's this? Yeah, you chopping up those vocals. What's the processing on here? A little OTT, cutting off. Oh yeah, the magic hype vocals, and then turning it down to mono. What else we got in here? Some other shouty vocals. Ooh, sort of weird smoky thing on the synth. Yeah, add the texture to the snare. I love being able to add extra weird tails or sound effects like to the snare. It just gives it so much character. Yeah, that one's a good one. All these things are just like going crazy. What the heck's? But that's being layered over this and this. Wild. Definitely a lot of different effects in here. I really like to have my effects drive the momentum of the song, whether it be from the build or even like the breakdown. Got the weather sirens in there. But then there's multiple things trying to bring you to a singular climax. Or the big breakdown. It gives the song like obvious time. Like it's like time, the passage of time is very obvious. So I think it helps guide the song in there. Yeah, so we got like two different arps things. We got this thing. Some serum, some distortion on it. What's going on here? A little bit of arp. Oh yeah, you hear all that twistle in the high end? Yeah, that's that spectrum delay. Yeah, just OTT'd a ton. Distorted a bit more, and yeah, it's doing some echoey fade out thing. Into the build. And the drop, yes, that's another thing, is like removing frequencies before the drop. Did I do any kind of volume automation? I guess I didn't do volume automation on the master on this song, but sometimes I'll do that. All right, aliens. I hope y'all enjoyed that. If you did, be sure to check out some of these Magic Ableton racks. I've got 5 different volumes of them up on my Gumroad. I got a link below where you can check them out. But they do quite a lot of different things. And I'm going to be having a sale for just like the rest of this month, you know, like Black Friday, you know, Cyber Monday kind of thing. And I'll be posting a link to that sale where you can get like all of them, or you can like, if you've already gotten one of them, then you can like message me and like get like the discount for the other things in that bundle. So I'll leave a place where y'all can go do that, but just to like check it out real quick.
Oh my God, Martin, dude, check, look over there.
So I use that on here. I'll take it off now.
Oh my God, Martin, dude, check, look over there.
So it does quite a bit, and you can cycle through like tons of different presets.
Oh my God, Martin, dude, check, look, over there.
You see that up there in the sky? What the fuck is that? Oh my God, Martin, dude, check, look, over there. Do you see that up there in the sky? What the fuck is that? Oh my God, Martin, dude, check, look, over there. Do you see that up there in the sky?
Yeah, so you can do quite a bit with these.
Oh my God, Martin, dude, check.
Yeah, there's just tons of presets. You do need
over there.
You do need Ableton 11 to be able to use these, but yeah, I think that they're worth it, and I hope you enjoy them. You know, I'm on tour right now on the Taboo and Level Up one, and it's been so much fun. I've met some of y'all. It's been so cool, like meeting some of y'all, and just like the energy at the shows has just been ridiculous. Something I've been working on for a long time to be able to do, and it's finally happening. And just because of all the time there, I don't get to make as many YouTube tutorials right now, but I hope to find the space to be able to keep on sharing with y'all through here on the internet and also in real life. Because yeah, we also did that thing in Denver where we taught a class, and like we had like 40 some odd people, a little bit more, come out to that, and that was really fun. And there's way more than 40 people here. I mean, it'd be fun to like set up some hangout time. I don't know how that would look like. Maybe y'all would let me know in the comments how you think that could work. But yeah, tour's been awesome. I just wanted to say thank y'all. Thank you so much, and thanks for supporting me with buying my packs. And I'm so glad to hear that it helps so many of y'all. And yeah, let's keep on doing it. All right. Anyways, I'm gonna go, and I'll see y'all out there. I hope you come to a show, and I'll see you there. Peace.